a Zelda 1 randomizer run. Hey everyone, I'm CrimsonAvix, host right now, but I will be doing a run as well. I am joined here by the wonderful Trenton, one of my good friends from the Zelda 1 randomizer community, and we're going to be doing a slight modification of the current flag set that we're doing for our tournament, just to help keep the run a little bit closer. So you'll notice a few differences, but a lot of similarities with the tournament that we have going on. How are you doing, Trenton?
I'm doing pretty well, and of course, it's fun to hang out with you on a Saturday morning as we try to help a cause here with No Kid Hungry. All the links are available in chat with the NKH command, and there's a bunch of fun incentives ahead that people can support. I got to do a run earlier with Final Fantasy 1. That was a lot of fun for me, and now Krim gets to have his fun.
All right, so yeah, we'll get this thing going, and yeah, so 3, 2, 1, go. So one of the first things that I will mention is I modified this to start on the sword screen. That way I'm not spending a whole bunch of time searching for a sword. Typically with these flags, there could be a overworld sword block. So if our armmost item was a candle, it could be under any one of the candle bushes. But Triton, do you want to give them for people who have never actually seen the Legend of Zelda randomizer, do you want to give them a basic idea of what this randomizer is about?
If Fred has found a way to safely move it around, he's probably done that. So we're going to see enemies in different spots. Obviously, you've got these dungeon enemies throwing their boomerangs hanging out in the overworld that don't normally do that. Crim has to locate where all of the dungeons are. He has to find the necessary items to progress, and that mileage will vary. And once you've assembled all 8 pieces of Triforce, it's on to level 9 to fight Ganon. To defeat him, we'll of course need a sword, the bow, and silver arrows. When you have all that assembled, you can defeat the beast, rescue the princess, and have fun saving the day and all that stuff.
Yeah, you will see me attempt. I won't ever say that it will be successful, but you will see me attempt to do some various tricks that help make everything easier, such as screen scrolling and block clipping. I'll also be utilizing a lot of vanilla mechanics, such as forcing bomb drops and knowing enemy counts to know when I can expect to get bombs or rupees or fairies within the game. Very, very critical to making the runs as fast as possible. So hopefully I can do that well here.
There's resources that Crim's going to need all along the way. Of course, there were those bomb drops. They allow you to explore hidden caves. Those can easily block dungeons and things like that. Hey, Crim, if you can bump your game audio up a little bit, that's been requested for us.
Yes, I can do that.
All right, and also we'll mention there's a lot of fun games ahead on this schedule, so be sure to check out all the action the rest of this weekend for No Kid Hungry's marathon here on SpeedGaming. Let's see, coming up next should be Pac-Land. I'm not entirely sure what that looks like, but it sounds fun to me.
Yeah, and I do believe there is an incentive for Pac-Land as well, so get your donations in to hit that incentive.
Ooh, incentives are fun.
So,
see what we got.
Yeah, so coming up here in a few screens, we have one of my favorite tricks to do. I pretty much do it every single time I run a seed here, and it's called a hug clip. It is actually a way to traverse very, very tricky screens without having to worry about a lot of enemy movement. So, it is actually a trick that exists in vanilla and isn't utilized a lot, so I love Rando at the fact that I can show it off when I actually hit it. There we go.
Another thing worthy of mention is there's certain enemies that are really annoying to have in dungeons. Seeing those Lionels, which like to shoot their swords all around the place, having them on the overworld is kind of nice so we don't get them in bad dungeon rooms. And to answer chat, the flags are a bit of a variant of the current tournament flags.
Yeah, so basically we have our current tournament flags, which have a guaranteed overworld block as we come in level 7. It has a guaranteed overworld block and a few other things. Basically, the ones that I turned off are, I do not have... I started with the sword, which I found one here as well. I started on the sword screen, so basically it was a quick way to get a weapon. Then I also removed the extra bosses, so we're not going to see the 20,000 Patras in every single dungeon like we have in the past. And then I also just made it traditional enemy HP. In our tournament we have a shuffle of plus or minus 2 with all enemies and bosses, but here I'm just going with the vanilla HP.
So level 7 is not exactly the most friendly one to run across early, or late, or middle, or whatever, you know. But when that's what you got, that's what you got. And it comes down a lot to what enemy set do you get in the dungeon.
Yeah, so far nothing too scary in terms of enemies, and the fact that we found a super early item here in level 7 definitely makes it a lot nicer.
The wand is quite the weapon to get too, because it's an unlimited range weapon, and also it stabs things for white sword damage, which is twice as effective as the wood sword.
Yeah, so I will definitely be utilizing that. Okay. So I will come back here. I don't want to waste bombs doing find the bomb wall, but it definitely makes a lot of combat easier as well, because you have a lot of range, and it's going to be effective on everything except Wizrobes. And unfortunately, Wizrobes are going to end up in dungeons. But we have the sword, so we're okay there.
Yeah, we've basically seen enough of the overworld that we know Dark Nuts and Wizrobes will end up in the dungeons. Just because if you haven't seen them by now, you're probably not going to.
Hey, level 6.
Told you, levels like to hang out next to each other.
Hey, and those Wizrobes are right here. So, chances are with 3 hearts, green tunic, this is not going to be going on very long. But we'll see.
Vanilla Speedrun likes to call a room like that the magical breakfast.
Yes.
You get your pancakes, your eggs, the Wizrobes.
Sub-Zero, I did not start with the wand, I just found the wand super early in level 7.
Which is really unusual for 7, so that's a very nice thing the Randomizer did for us.
And we got the raft here under our armor, so that will be another thing for us to check.
It's a little bit of a troll, since the Any Roads already told us one of the raft spots is not required. But it's a pretty easy check to get to, so...
Yeah, I'll be returning over there. I can tell you that using a tracker on my computer after doing pen and paper for so long is very difficult.
Anything that changes is going to have an adjustment period, even if theoretically what you're changing to is easier. I mean, when I started doing Z1 Rando, I was keyboard all the way. Probably was a year in that I finally got an Xbox 360 controller that I was plugging in to do it. And just holding the thing in my hands for months was awkward.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things. I know that during the tournament I've had a few issues where my NES sort of just wanted to crash on me, so I ended up having to play a seed on an emulator, and it did not go well at all. But you will see me over here especially abusing that screen scrolling. It allows traversing these overworld screens a lot easier.
Hey, if Chad donated $50, would you ban screen scrolling for the rest of this?
If chat donated $50, I would go glitchless. So that means I would not block clip.
The gauntlet is thrown down. Surprise incentive has been offered.
Yep, and they can continue to put those incentives towards other things, but $50 cumulative, I'll stop all block clipping and screen scrolling.
That's quite a difference in dungeons, because sometimes it lets us get an easy item that we wouldn't otherwise have access to.
Oh, absolutely.
A level 2 is generally a very good find, because we're able to go through a short dungeon and hopefully find items.
Well, there's the Triforce. But we want that other item.
Depending on your definition of item, that could be considered one.
Jiggly, no, I rolled this seed.
You get your first chance to say no Jiggly of the day and you just pass on it like that?
I mean, I did say no Jiggly, just in a long-winded way. Okay, so 2's being very nice. It is giving me a good abundance of keys here.
And that's nice, because this is a dungeon that can just eat them up on you instead.
It's also nice having them ahead of time, because as I run into Dark Knight, because when you run into a level like level 1, where that level is notorious for having a bunch of key blocks, it's very nice not to have to worry about leaving and entering constantly.
The other thing I don't think we touched on yet is this dungeon shape is randomized, so it's not the same as vanilla level 2, and Krim has to find his way through here, not knowing exactly what it looks like yet. But the biggest advantage with level 2 blind is you know that the rooms are connected, generally speaking.
Yeah, levels 1, 2, and 3, unless there is something like an old man who is blocking the way there, you will be able to traverse to any room, whether it be through a door or a bomb wall. So that's always excellent knowledge to have in terms of saving resources and stuff like that. You also will know that level 2 will not have any push blocks unless it is segmented, and I'm not going to go through that room again. Level 2 won't have anything unless it's segmented, so you're looking for the item on the floor, which is why I'm trying to clear out as many of these rooms as possible.
They don't all like to cooperate.
No.
And a reminder, Chad, Krim did offer to play the rest of the scene glitchless if we get a $50 in surprise incentive mentioned. All you have to do is donate and say you want Krim to play glitchless. Anytime you're donating for one of the incentives in the No Kid Hungry Marathon, all you have to do is mention what incentive you want in the description, and then we apply it accordingly.
Oh, my incentive was an additive incentive, so they can still put it toward...
but it's the same process anyway.
Yep.
It's not like it's a drop-down box that people are missing. I want to let them know all they have to do is say it in the description.
Yep. So you'll want to put both in the description. So if you want to do it towards the... I think there's an all levels incentive later on, or the Master Sword incentive. Go ahead and put that incentive and mention that you want me to do glitchless.
The next one up would be Packland Pro Mode stages. That's coming up in just over an hour on the schedule. There's also a secret game run incentive up on the board. I
do know one other one on there is, and I think it's $100 for the incentive, but it's a great incentive, is the SMB3 any percent.
Is that a Mitch thing?
Yeah, that's a Mitch thing.
Scheduled today, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's scheduled to come up this afternoon. We got SMB3 Warpless and any percent no warp whistle. Okay, that's interesting. There's a bunch of fun runs in this marathon.
Absolutely.
And thanks, Crim, for jumping in and doing this one.
Yeah, nothing like a last second change here.
The great news is you're so panicked about the setup you don't worry at all about the actual run.
Awesome. I glitched that almost. So there is a...
You shall not pass.
Yeah, there is a few ways that you can actually have some things happen like that, where you just have to sort of leave the screen and come back. And we have a money or life run.
By the way, you took the Triforce out of 2, right?
Yes, I did. I just haven't marked it. Because, once again, tracker.
Well, this is what I'm here for. TGE would just be here to harass you. I'm here to actually help.
Yeah.
So, we unfortunately just had to do a pickup run. The scheduled run had technical difficulties, and it wasn't anything they could do, so they tried, but internet providers are internet providers, and sometimes things go wrong. So Crim has jumped in to help us out here.
Alright.
He's gonna have fun with Zelda 1.
Here we go. We got a map finally, Trenton. So people can see the wonderful troll that is Shapes, and this one is definitely up there.
And of course you get your first chance of the day, chat, to name that ink blot.
So you will notice that this level 3, unlike the vanilla level 3, has a area that is segmented. That means that in addition to the item staircase, we will have one additional staircase that leads over to that segmented area. You are guaranteed to be able to hit every single room, so.
Also, great difference shown there of what happens when you have the map and you find out, oh, there must be a bomb wall here.
Yes. Otherwise, I would have been hunting around for quite a while. That Goma is actually really good to see there. Or not the Goma, the 5 rupees is really good to see there.
Yeah, it tells us that that can't be a push block, Triforce, or item for the App Compass, but anytime there's something on the floor like that, it tells us that boss isn't required.
Yeah, the staircase is the bigger one, so I know I can come back in here and still search for that item, because the staircase will not be underneath that Goma.
Now, as for my opinion on the shape of this dungeon, I'm gonna be a little creative, and I'm gonna say it's a catcher's mitt. Or outfielder's mitt. It's catching a fly ball coming in. The 2 rooms up by themselves, that's the fly ball.
I can see
It's
that.
a side view of the glove.
I can see that, yeah. Those are always a little, ones like this are always a little difficult to name, but...
And when in doubt, you can always just say it's a cactus.
Yes, cactuses are always acceptable answers. Alright, so there's our transport to those 2 rooms up in the northeast. But we're going to continue exploring the rest of this area. And hey, here's our item. Along with a key. So I'll come back and get that key before I up out of the dungeon. But red ring, okay. So I'm okay with that for this run.
It certainly doesn't hurt. So, looking at Crim's 4 hearts, now imagine them being 16 hearts. That's effectively what just happened.
Alright, so something else I'm going to do, I'm going to take the Wallmaster here just to preserve my health. An up A will always start you with 3 hearts. Wallmaster just takes me back to the beginning of the dungeon with full health.
And you gotta have heart.
Yes. CJ is always about the heart.
Except when he's playing and he pays off the heart to the mugger.
That just confuses people.
It's totally against his meme.
So, another thing that you'll notice here is all these like random just quotes. Another great thing about Fred and the work he's done with this randomizer is he has a ton of various quotes in here, most of which were added by the community. So that's one of my favorite reasons for always including community hints when we do any tournaments and stuff like that. First, I think that helpful hints are broken, but I also just love all the different troll hints and humor that we can find. Speaking of finding things, level 1.
Level 1 is another nice short dungeon typically, and also has the benefit of 2 items being available, so maybe we find good stuff here.
Oh, speaking of things in this randomizer, we also could talk about the fact that I'm not playing as Link.
There are some options for changing up the sprite. You went with the Final Fantasy III Onion Knight.
Yeah, so the randomizer actually provides the ability to play as a bunch of different Zelda 1 enemies and characters, such as the Old Man, Gorillas, or the Gibdo, as Fred likes to play with. There's also Trogdor, which was the first actually drawn sprite for the randomizer that was used, and Fred included it. But a lot of others have actually built their own, and this is one of the many that I have done. It's my favorite to play as. I also have done a Kirby set and a Chocobo one, but I think that it's one of the greatest parts of the community is just seeing all the creative work that people have done. Also, I do not mind Stalfos as a main enemy either.
Alright, and when you get a chance, click that level 3 Triforce, please. Meanwhile,
yes.
Anonymous has donated $20 towards Legend of Zelda Glitchless and whatever the Antes incentives will be on Sunday.
Alright, so unlike my seed last night in the tournament, this is actually providing a lot of keys for me, so I'm actually okay with this.
And a reminder that Crim has pledged to do the rest of the seed glitchless if chat donates a cumulative of $50, so we need another $30 towards that goal.
Alright, so we got some wall masters here. And for the memes, we'll also bomb it. Yes, I totally just used my last bomb to bomb the boomerang.
Chat, that's how important the memes are for you. We'll spend the last bomb to meme.
Oh yes, chat mentioning Jam Sprite. Nudie McBeardman.
Don't forget Triforce on 1. By the way, chat, Crim is doing his own checker, so don't yell at me. Yell at Crim. But blame TGE.
I also do realize that the best part of me trolling with that bomb is I actually used the bomb that would have gotten me access to the final spot in the dungeon. And that is where the staircase item is. But it is totally worth it.
I'm trying to remember if we saw a bomb shop yet.
We have not.
Okay. That's usually a good thing to know where they are. Also, Crim has enough hearts now to pick up the white sword item once we run across it.
Hey, I found my bombs. So what I'm gonna do, I'm
convenient to get back there.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I took a hit purposely. That way I could reset my count. So now I am going to build my count up to 9. That also tells me I'm at 3 on the universal.
9 for Z1R counting, which looks something suspiciously like 1, 2, shoot!
Yep. All the best runners know how great that counting system is. So that should put me at 8. So we're going to need 2 more. There's 9. Pro Priest, this is a variation on the tourney flags. I removed the extra bosses just to prevent a lot of the trolls, and then I started on the wood sword screen and changed the enemy health to vanilla. That's about it. So here, you'll notice I get a bomb there. Stalfos don't normally drop bombs. That's because that was the 10th enemy that I killed
So
consecutively without damage.
Has the bomb?
Yes. That's actually what the hint refers to. If you kill a 10th consecutive enemy without taking damage with a bomb, you are guaranteed to force a bomb drop. As long as that enemy drops. Alright, so this is likely going to be our item here. It is.
Masters, they're a great troll guard of things because you always think it's over and it's not.
Alright, so we got the red candle here. Don't hate that. More repetitive damage.
So that's both items out of level 1. And there's no heart shuffle on, so we know it's going to be the same item distribution as vanilla.
Yeah, I did find the heart in there as well. It was hidden at the bottom of one of the rooms.
Well, the old men will have plenty of references for you, Chad, if you haven't seen them before.
That's one of the places that
you have to buy arrows before you have bow.
You always buy arrows when you have the chance. I did write down where that is though, because that might be important, especially if chat takes away my ability to block clip. And now I have enough for those arrows.
I've donated another $30 towards the marathon. Crim is pledged to run the rest of the seed glitchless. We've got 20 out of the 50 for that. And there's a lot of fun incentives you could donate to along the way, so check them out under the NKH command, which we'll get chat now. And see what looks fun to you. I think the only way chat could have more fun is if, well, go there.
Alright, so we're in level 5 now. Of course, level 5 is another one that likes to have a lot of locked doors, but fortunately level 5 is also a dungeon that likes to have a lot of keys, so we should hopefully come out even here.
Boy, that just sounds like you just tempted fate to get the magic key here.
Yes. I also found the transportation staircase very, very early. So, the reason that I am continuously searching for items here is in order to complete any Zelda 1 seed, you need the bow and silver arrows. They're absolutely required. You cannot kill Ganon without them. And of course, Ganon is required to beat the game. So, we have to find at least those 2 items. But, in addition, this flag set requires has an overworld block. So that means that either the Power Bracelet, Recorder, or Wrath is going to be required, as well as a high probability that the ladder is required because of all the dungeon blocks and everything else.
We have seen the one Wrath spot. We never did get over to see the other one. And also we know that the aforementioned items, except for silver arrows, cannot be in level 9.
also this wonderful blue whiz rope room. I would not have been as aggressive or really probably even fought this if I didn't have red ring.
It's kind of fun how aggressive the red ring can make anyone, and it's like, here's Troll Handela, Manhandla, real jerk, don't want to deal with them, trying to just get the bomb and run strats, but you got the red ring, you go up, you fight him, and you take 1 heart of damage. And you could have been fine without the red ring, but we play timid against him without it.
Okay, unless 5 segmented, this is my item here. It is my item, and it's the ladder, so that's a good one.
It's a great one. Guessing that's going to send you to the east.
Yeah, I'll probably be heading over that way. And also, without the map, I can't say for certain, but that might have been a required blue whiz rope room.
Very solid chance of it. So the reason I thought that Crim might want to go east next is because that's also where his raft check is, so there's an overworld check he needs to do, plus the ladder item, which might be of value.
Yeah, there's a lot of items that I would find valuable over there. Of course, bow and silver arrows. Any key I still find valuable, regardless. Well, that's disgusting.
Oh yeah, you could use 8 keys up in level 9 easy.
Blue boomerang, just for the memes. But actually, book, which is normally not a great item, would actually be a very welcomed item here because of the fact that we added the Atlas property to it, which means I wouldn't have to find maps anymore. We get to play Name That Inkblot for every single dungeon.
I'm still learning on my second quest rooms, but this one's a push block?
No, it is not. But
okay.
It is potential drop room. So, that's why I was clearing it out. Looking for the Triforce right now.
Okay, I could understand that being a Triforce, sorry.
Okay, that was a bomb pack.
Those are almost always welcome.
Yeah, especially when you're down to 1. I was conscious enough to actually leave myself with a bomb at the end of that blue wizard room. Unlike when I bombed.
The wood boomerang.
The wood boomerang.
Total rage. The rage was uncontrolled, chat.
Okay.
It was a sight like no other.
I did not mean to drop the bomb there. So those 4 bombs I just picked up went to waste. Let's see here. I will spend 1 of these for this.
Especially when you can see it moving in a direction that you haven't otherwise been able to. That's a good time to spend a key.
Yeah, and also, well, the compass is welcomed. I was gonna say it could also potentially lead to the map, which is great. That is another key area, but we have a direction to go now, so we're gonna do that.
That's in the other column from where we've been, okay. That's hard to tell sometimes without the map.
Yep, so it was this locked door, so. Alright. And blue lamolas, but with red ring, this really isn't too concerning. And I'll be on top of things and actually mark off my Triforce. So, typically...
Oh, Crim,
what's that?
A thing has happened.
A thing has happened?
You are on glitchless mode, sir.
Well, then, so much for doing what I was going to do. I was going to world wrap. Someone timed that perfectly.
Modern Deluxe has donated $40. Thank you for that. And we have reached Crim's pledge amount of, well, we got $50. So he will play the rest of the seed glitchless.
So
some hype in chat for that.
Yeah, thank you very much for the donations. Once again, great charity, No Kid Hungry. So I'm totally all for that. I'm grabbing arrows here, so that pretty much guarantees that my coast item is going to be the silver arrows, because that's how this game likes to work. But yes, thank you very much for the donations. Keep them coming. We have a lot to go, and there is a bomb shop, so I will pick up some bombs.
I bet you'd like to have more bombs.
Yes, always.
I tell you, one thing I would love to see is a mode where you like start with 255 bombs, but you can't get more. So you just have to manage the whole run.
That'd be very interesting, but I could see a lot of soft blocks.
That's true, but it could be a meme mode. You'd have to know what you were getting into.
We did not see the white sword item yet. I still have quite a bit of a world to track, so we still have time. Okay.
Yeah, no white sword item. You did see the magic sword.
Although you're lucky if I remember where that was at.
Well, I sure don't. What I do remember is you could donate towards the Pro Mode stages in Packland, which is the next scheduled run this morning. So that's an available incentive you could donate towards. There's a lot of other fun stuff. I know there's prizes as well, but I haven't actually looked at the prizes list.
The prizes right now, there is a set of 3 Super Mario Bros. 3 Perlers. One is Frog Soup Mario, one is regular Mario, and one is Hammer Brothers Mario. And that will go through Mitch Flower Power's SMB 3 runs. And then the other donation prize right now is a retro tank that goes until 11:59 p.m. Eastern tonight. And to be entered in any of those drawings, all you need to do is donate $5 during that time period.
So some of this locations near start where Crim didn't have a candle earlier. How much so that Crim could not track level 9? $1,000 cumulative. It'd be worth it for that, wouldn't it?
I mean, it would. I'm not gonna spoil things then, but yeah. Let's get to $1,000 cumulative, and I won't track level 9.
There's always a price, chat. There's always a price for a good troll. Of course, then you end up with free level 9 where it's like 4 rooms.
I mean, I'm already going to be playing at a disadvantage in level 9 anyway. I won't give it away what it is, but...
I don't know, I mean, if you had the blue boomerang, that could be a disadvantage.
No, I will always... Well, I won't say I'll always grab it, but I'll never torture the blue boomerang for the memes.
Hey, we got a letter!
We did.
That lets Crim buy medicine, which he probably won't do, but he could do, if he wanted to.
Well, let's at least see the prices. Coke is a much bigger deal than Pepsi today.
There's value.
Which, the area I live in is actually not usually the case. Pepsi is usually on better sales.
Now, while there's another mode that is not on here, another flag, the reason Crib knows where all these caves are is because they're the same spots as Vanilla.
Yeah. The other flag that mixes that up is one that makes seeds very long. So we're not going to do that for this. It does
The way
make...
I finally learned how to do them is to line them up with stuff that's above it, so that cave which is right above the bomb count X. That's an easy way to tell where it is on the screen.
Oh yeah. There's a few in second quest that I still sometimes will forget. Just because I don't play them very often, but yeah, knowing all your overworld locations is kind of nice. Also, it's a Patra.
Level 8 is also kind of nice because it has 2 items available. Patra, though. And I'm just going to real quick AFK for a minute here.
Alright. This is actually one of the more annoying rooms to fight Patra in. You usually want like an open area where you can easily traverse and avoid the Patra, so luckily with Red Ring it's not too crazy, but still just a horrible room for Patra. Alright, so more Dark Nuts, an early heart here in level 8. Both the items in level 8 are under push blocks, but I will continue actually clearing out a lot of these rooms, like this Forehead Gleeok, just because map is very, very advantageous here in level 8. Fred typically has a setup on here where the map won't ever be behind a bunch of bomb walls. It can sort of be in other, like, it can be far from start. Well, right there it is, so you can name that ink blot, but it can be far from start, but it won't be behind a bunch of bomb walls, so you aren't blindly like bombing everywhere. And I turned extra bosses off, but apparently that doesn't matter for these patches. Okay. I will bomb there just to see. Okay, so I can go north there as well.
And just as a reminder, chat did meet the incentive to have you play glitchless.
Yes.
So, chat has trolled Crim already. Feel free to do more.
I do have to remember that. Like, in a room like here, I could have easily just clipped through that block and made my way one way or the other, but cannot do that now. I do have to play the game as intended. Alright, so we got a Yoshi head, we got Blarg.
I'm thinking it's that one T-Rex costume.
Okay, so here's our Triforce, but given that we don't have bow or silver, actually, I'm gonna grab it just because we're not far from start and that gives me a full health refill.
Health is nice. Gotta be healthy. You didn't check the ladder item yet, did you?
I did not. I would say I probably should do that before coming back in, but since I do need at least 2, if not 3 items still, checking level 8 is not going to be horrible.
But then, of course, it'll be the bow.
That would be a lot worse if there were Pole's voice in here.
Unless there's a Goma.
Well, that too, yes. Because remember, I do have my arrows now. I don't have them marked, but I do have my arrows now.
Oh, well then even worse would be a Big Doctor and it's the recorder. You do have randomized song on, right?
Yes, yes. I always have that one on. Well, there's that Goma that you were talking about.
It was necessary. But at worst case, it's blocking one room, so that's not
Right.
usually awful.
Okay, that is not an item room. So level 8 is not segmented, so we will have 4 total staircases here. 2 will be items, and then 2 will connect to each other. I call them connector staircases for obvious reasons. I also don't know why I'm clearing out any of these rooms. I have the Triforce. I have the heart. I don't need the compass, so... Alright. Spawn wall behind the Glia. It is. That is not a push block either.
Level 8 has a lot of rooms. 2 of them have items. But level 8 has a lot of rooms.
Yeah, let's see. 13, 19. I'm trying to count while fighting. Probably not the best idea. 25.
Sometimes you just gotta hope the game is nice and gives you bombs.
29, 32, 35, 37 rooms. Game's gonna make me fight a Gleeok.
Chad asked if you're on Switch. No, you're on Original Console, aren't you?
Yes, I play on original NES hardware. With an EverDrive. Which, speaking of EverDrives, there is an N64 EverDrive that is one of the donation prizes for tomorrow.
Chad may want you to hit that no tracking incentive because we got a $100 donation saying no child should ever go hungry. Thank you, I am Two-Land.
Yes, thank you very much. Alright, so hardest boss in the game right here. It is the Rupee Boss. It is actually a boss fight because that item, or those rupees, do not respawn afterwards. Okay, so that's our transport.
That can lead to fun setups occasionally if they're early in a dungeon where you can farm a bunch of money.
Alright. Yeah,
unless you leave the room, it doesn't count it as the boss being defeated.
Yep, you can up A, and there is our silver. So, naturally, I buy regular arrows. The next item I find are silvers.
Yeah, I'm not saying I was right. I just, happened to be correct in this one.
It seems to always happen, and I always say, if buying regular arrows is going to lead me to the silvers, I will buy regular arrows 100% of the time.
Yeah, and it's a very worthy thing. It's like you'd pay 250 rupees for a red ring, anytime you could. Also, when you get a chance, don't forget to hit silvers on the tracker.
Oh, yep. I will do that when I'm not fighting a bunch of irons in a...
I said when you have a chance.
Alright, so there are... Ooh, I might have to take that staircase. Let's see if I can bomb over here. I have to take that staircase. It is a segmented...
It wasn't a segmented 8.
It's a segmented, non-segmented 8.
Connected, segmented.
Yes.
The game knows how to make a liar out of you no matter what you say.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, as great as the commentator curses are that we have, the personal curses that I give myself are even better. Do not need to push for that one. Okay, so this could potentially be our item, so I will clear this out. Not nearly as scary, of course, with the red ring.
Yeah,
not our item either.
Block rooms are nice because they make the Dark Nuts move around a little more predictably. But when you don't have room to move yourself, they're not quite as...
Also, I can say that I'm really glad the game is giving me the rooms it is, because I won't be tempted to block clip and forget that I can't.
Crim, that Dark Nut, you missed a Wall Master.
Oh, did I?
Dark Nut respawned, you must have missed a Wall Master.
No, sometimes there is potential... Yeah, sometimes there is potential for a single enemy to respawn in some of those rooms. But I was pushing the block from the left, so that if the Wall Master was there, it would have spawned.
This not being a race setting, I don't want you to get trolled too much.
I mean...
We've already got you playing glitchless because chat is awesome.
And here... Oh, I was waiting for the Goma. Or the Dig Dogger. So, here's the final item, but I cannot just clip there. Well, there's the any key. Up A is not a glitch, by the way.
No, it's just not usually used in the speedruns because, well, more convention than anything else.
Well, there's the power bracelet.
I don't remember who did it, but I remember the story is that people just started doing that for marathons because it was obviously a lot easier to not worry about a second controller in a marathon setting.
Which makes absolute sense. Also, just getting sent right back. Over and over and over again. Some enemies are really horrible to have on these screens because they will just troll you.
What was the craft spot?
It was just a shop or something.
Okay.
Arrow shop. Nothing too
Oh, you
concerning.
want to buy more arrows?
No, I really don't need them. I do have the money for them, but I don't need them.
What would you even buy now? Maybe bait?
Bomb upgrade if I could find one.
That'd be nice. Nora would probably like more bombs, wouldn't you? Nora may not have his mic on yet. So, while that's going on, Crim is exploring the overworld, and we are here to support No Kid Hungry. There's a great run coming up after us of Pac-Land by Flannel Cat. Playing the whole game. I guess that's an arcade game. So, that sounds fun.
I mean, anything Pac-Man is fun.
Flannel Cat has a bit of a block here, so there'll be a few games there with Metal Gear Solid and Bravo Man as well. You with us now, Nora?
I can.
Well, so far what you've missed is chat has donated to make Crim do this glitchless.
Ooh, so no block clips, no screen scrolls. I like it.
We've got 4 of our 8 pieces of Triforce. And found the silver arrows, of course, right after Crim had bought wood arrows.
That should be 5, by the way. I have plates. And there's level 9.
Well, blame the tracker.
So that tells me that level 4 is our blocked dungeon.
So I'm assuming we are playing the tournament flags.
Modified tournament flags. I started on wood sword screen. Oh, white sword is a white sword item. I started on the wood sword screen. I took off extra bosses and I made enemy health vanilla.
And also this tells us that the bow must be in 4, 6, or 7.
Yes. Along with recorder in one of those as well. Speaking of 7. Oh, level 7. Level 7's item I actually already have, so 6 has one of the items, 4 has the other.
Okay.
It's always good to be able to track that information down. So 9's going to be pretty simple.
Yeah, Crim will be in go mode for 9. He won't need any of the items. Don't worry, Kiki, we've seen plenty of extra bosses anyways.
That was...
The extra boss is definitely a fun thing.
Yeah,
I think there's a slim chance that Crim actually forgot to undo that flag.
no, we haven't seen anything too dreadful, like, boss-wise, so... Alright.
I mean, we've seen 3 in one dungeon, so...
I think that happens in the vanilla.
Oh, yeah, this is why I left 6.
Ah, yes. The
Red
best
ring.
breakfast.
Yeah, red ring and white sword make this a lot more trivial. So,
Well, I do have to head out soon. Of course, I do wish you luck on the rest of the run and the rest of the marathon. You got Nora to keep you company now.
well, thank you. I think. So there's
You could have
the...
invited Kiki. That may have been fun for the rest of us.
No, because I could have just given it right back there. So, I do have 2 options here. I can either go and just grab the item out of level 7, or not the item, the Triforce out of level 7, and hope that bow is in 4, or continue to search here in level 6 for the item.
You still possibly need the recorder, right?
Yes, we don't know
You
if
do have
level
a power bracelet for tracker when you get
Yep.
an alive moment to do that.
Okay. There we
It's a whole lot different when you're tracking for yourself, chat.
Especially when you use pen and paper all the time. I also have any key. I don't have bow.
Any key.
That's not on this tracker anyways.
Yeah, it is.
On the tracker on stream?
The any key? Yeah. It's right under Triforce 4.
That's the red candle.
Oh. Oh, okay. Never mind. I forgot that I'm marking my personal tracker. I'm marking my personal tracker, which has additional stuff on it. Alright.
Yeah.
So there's the bomb hole that I needed.
Alright, thank you to everyone who donated during Crim's run here. I'm going to check out at this point, so good luck, Crim.
Oh, thanks, Trenton. And thanks for hanging out with me. Hey, there's that bomb upgrade. Look, North shows up and he gives me bombs.
I mean, everyone loves bombs. And
Also-
it's not a bad upgrade, right?
Also, North shows up and I'm still hunting for bow.
That's the point I was waiting for.
So, North, since you play as well as... Oh my goodness, we have a duck.
Whack, whack.
Also, having to kill this Patra rather than block clipping. This is what chat did to me.
You know what, chat? I love it. Thank you. I love more Packers.
You have to be careful because he sucked my health up pretty quickly. But it is our item. It is the recorder, so we know that bow is in 4.
I at least know where it is. That's better than I normally do.
But we are going to go over to level 7, grab our Triforce out of there, wherever it may be. And then, yeah, we'll be checking all of our power bracelet and recorder spots to find level 4.
So it sounds like 4 is our block dungeon in this case.
Yes, 100%.
Just a reminder, if you're waking up and joining us here on SpeedGaming, we are doing this for No Kid Hungry. No child should go hungry in America, but millions are still facing as many as 1 in 6 kids this year will be going hungry. So No Kid Hungry makes plan to make sure these children are fed and the crisis continues to be mitigated. So we're here for that. Get your donations in. We have numerous wonderful prizes to be handed out as well.
Yeah, we mentioned 2 of the prizes that are up right now. There are some SMB3 Pearlers that will be the prizes up until the end of Mitch Flower Power's run later on, as we hit another Money or Life room. And then there's also a Retro Tank 2X.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that's actually very tempting because I would love to just, you know, move over to a regular TV, and Retro Tank allows you to do that. You don't have to worry.
They're saying my volume's a little low, which, much like when Teach is around, it's hard to believe, but...
Yeah, I'll boost you up in a little bit. It's probably because Nora already has a prior setting on my Discord, and it's yeah, it's good that I normally keep him quiet. But yeah, he should be louder for everyone now.
Yeah, so this is something we've talked about with the randomizer flags. We have these battle royale tournaments that go on, and you know, I've thought about running one with the glitchless. Yes, you have to self-enforce it, but how has that changed the game here for you?
It changes my mindset on how I plan on going about the seed. I tend to feel the need to full clear more. Like, if the bow was in 6, I probably wouldn't have just Triforced and go moded level 4, just because there is that possibility of that Dig Dogger being in level 9, and I wouldn't want to have to leave to go back and grab the recorder, so I would have probably searched for it, which is ultimately why I went back into level 6 as well, because I knew recorder and bow were my last 2 items, and there's just that small possibility of the recorder being needed, so it will also help me traverse this overworld a little bit easier.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me.
Greed is good.
I mean, sort of.
Alright, so we only have a few spots left to check here. A few power bracelet spots, a recorder spot. Not looking good for power bracelet spots.
Yeah, so it's going to be the one up on the grave, the farthest spot away from you, right?
Probably. Also, we'll just whistle over to 2. Everyone can hear that wonderful recorder tune.
What is our recorder tune today?
I don't know. I don't have audio on.
I don't have audio on either.
Otherwise, everyone would hear it doubly so, because it would be coming through my mic. Also, not a glitch. Oh, I didn't even get it, so it doesn't matter. I was going to try to swag clip the lake.
Well, yeah, that's a power bracelet problem. I think it's the grave one at this point, right?
I believe so. Which, once again, I have to sort of change up my routing here. I do want to double check. Make sure that this was, yes, it was indeed the sometimes I misremember one because level 4 can also look like the northeast corner and stuff like that, so I always try to.
No, absolutely.
Also, I guess I can remark that I have the recorder and the letter.
chat's winning an all Patra seed. Could we do the next reveal tournament where we give that to Teach and every room has a Patra in it? I like and the overall. Yeah, I want to do that. Can we do that?
Unfortunately, I never have 7 hours to spend to do that.
No, I'm not for you. I might give it to Teach and just laugh.
I just wouldn't be able to do the reveal part of it.
Oh, I didn't say.
Also,
yeah. I said like the reveal. You know, just give it to Teach and say, hey, play this on stream, and we all just sit back and laugh.
Yeah. So there was another area where a screen scroll would have been a little bit quicker, so I wouldn't have had to go to the other screen. But here is level 4 finally. Let's get this item, get this Triforce, and get out. Oh yes, wonderful tea room. I can't clip that.
Yeah, and that's gonna be our Triforce too.
Most likely. Also, I'm very uneasy right now because I'm feeling like level 9 is going to be a Wizrobe dungeon.
From what I've seen, level 9 should be a Wizrobe dungeon. Question for you: if we get another $4,000 before the end of this run, will you do the full Patra?
I would have to ask Fred if that is possible.
Well, I think if you delete the 2 save files, I think Fred could probably pull it off.
I mean, it's basically make everything a boss, so that actually wouldn't need to delete any save files.
Not true.
Also, this level 4.
That's the thing. Yeah. Segmented. Hope you brought some bombs. Good thing we had the bomb upgrade, but yeah.
Wand's still playing dividends, though.
As it always does. Wand is vastly underrated in the randomizer.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, let me check this quick. Okay, this is one of our push box.
Yeah, we never see it in vanilla because unless you're playing 100%, no one's going to pick up the wand. And it's also buried in level, 8 behind Blue Lagoon.
Oh, no. Wand is in level 6 behind Wizrobes.
Oh, that's right.
8 has the book.
It's
book
been
and
so
the
long
key.
since I've actually done vanilla 100% that I can't remember where stuff is.
You aren't like the rest of the community that looks forward to yelling at Fred when stuff's in its vanilla location? Also, there's the Triforce.
I have other reasons to yell at Fred. Usually the 50,000 Patras is reason enough for me.
I wonder what our count is for that tournament, for our tournament.
The answer is yes.
I mean, definitely. Also, just peeking in here, since I know where the Triforce is, I am just looking for that item staircase, which this could be it.
Absolutely the best thing here. I mean, the other solution here with the glitchless stuff is you just turn off free or open stairs, and that helps. You can't clip anyway.
Yes.
Not open.
Okay, so there's our hurt. So I am missing an item somewhere. What did I miss more? Oh, level 3. I don't think I ever got level 3's item.
I was about to say, great. Now here we go. This is old man forgets items.
Well, it's either level 2 or level 3. I know that for a fact.
Well, I mean, the good news is those are small dungeons. It's not like we have to go dig level 8 for the bow.
Right.
So for your tracker, when you get around to updating it, you have the Triforce out of 7. You have the Triforce out of 4. You don't have the bow. That's our problem.
Yes. Okay. There. Now I unclicked it. So we'll go to level 2 first. Oh, yes, we did go back to level 1 to find out what that was. and that was the red candle. You missed it, Nora. Boomerang was in its traditional spot in level 1 on the ground, so I burned it, and then I bombed it with my very last bomb.
I see no problem with this.
The only problem is I wasn't
What was your last
talking
bomb?
with... Well, no, I wasn't talking with Tej. I'm not trolling Trenton by doing that, but... I think I may have ducked out of here.
I mean, it's level 2. It's not a bad dungeon to just not grab the item out of. It's small, quick to come back to. It's not the end of the world.
Oh, wow. Do you see the bow there? That's almost
Oh.
impossible to see.
Oh, that is. Oh man, I didn't actually see it spawn either when you cleared the room. That's a thing.
Okay, so now we got the bow, the impossible to see bow. So we're gonna whistle back to level 8, and we're gonna go hunt a Ganon.
Well, as I believe, really, this tournament has started the phrase "looking for a door and a boar."
Yeah, well, I mean, we've used door and a roar for a while, but
Yeah,
door and a boar
roar,
works
but-
too. Alright, so Shadow Temple level 9. This is one of my favorite color palettes that we've ever
It really is
ever come up with.
All right, so
And there's
obviously,
my Wizrobes.
Yeah, we can't hear the roar, so Chad, if you hear it, let us know. But well, Crim can hear it, but that's
I
another story.
cannot.
Oh, you
We were
have-
talking about me not tracking 9. Well, I already have a disadvantage because I don't have audio on, so I can't actually hear the roar of Ganon. I will take ammo.
So this will be interesting.
Ah, apparently we heard a roar.
Oh, well, that was quick.
Okay,
Yep.
so
Room
White
goes
Sword
dark and there's-
is going to be 8 hits for Ganon. Almost had the stunlock there.
For the stun lock, it is 100 beats a second. No, not 100 beats a second. 100 beats a minute. 100 beats a minute, right? I'm just losing my mind. I'm way too fast.
100 beats a second would be... I'm sorry, I can't go that fast.
I've been awake for all of 5 minutes before I got pinged for this, so
All right.
not all here yet.
So now, all I have to look for is a door that opens up immediately when I enter the room, even if there's still enemies. I can't actually get to that door.
Well, the good.
Oh,
good
no, I
news-
can. I can. I'm one room up, so I can possibly bomb down here.
Yeah. So the good news is that the randomizer will never require clips, trigs.
Right. I think
And
that's one of the
so-
most fascinating things that Fred did is, in all of his insanity, he has great sanity checks to ensure that you're never going to be required to do that. I don't want a key, I want a map or a compass.
Well, you could look for the book. It should be in here, right?
Yeah, probably. Alright, so we're just going to keep on exploring. Typically, I have a methodology here to how I explore level 9. I like to try to work in a northerly fashion. Doesn't always work, but
Yeah, that's always a good call. Zelda has a tendency to kind of fall into rooms that mirror her vanilla room with the shutter door at the south.
not only
Oh,
that,
that's-
but with the fact that a T room can show up in level 9, yeah, I'm gonna even be more likely because I can't clip.
Yeah, exactly. So You know, I think things are a little bit more difficult with us not being able to cheat.
Well, it's not cheating. It's taking advantage of the issues with the game.
Yeah, of the fact that back in the 80s, Nintendo coated with bubblegum and duct tape, and the bubblegums run out of sticky.
Alright, so... just trying to determine where I'm going here. I think we'll try bombing left. We will only try bombing left. We will not make it left. How about down? There we go. Speaking of that, tea room.
Hi, tea room. How are you doing?
Which, yeah.
Well, we have the key door, so it's not the end of the world. We can get over there.
Well, I was already in that room.
Oh.
This is quite the level 9, too.
But it's significantly smaller than some of the 9s we've seen recently. Almost a whole row, or almost a whole column is gone from this 9. You don't have to deal with it, so that's nice.
Plus, we're missing that little area. I'm going to go ahead and up A here. It just gets me back to start a little quicker. I think there was a door or a passage over here that will... Oh, we've already been at that one. But I'll take the bomb. Maybe bomb out of Ganon's room?
That's always fun.
Yeah, especially when silvers are behind there.
I don't know. How many races have you had where that's been the case?
2. I've actually had 2 races. One was in this tournament, too.
There we go. There's a bomb on board. That should help us out significantly.
Yep. Just gonna... I don't really need the rupees. I did want the bombs, though.
I mean, the nice thing about the rupees is you
Actually,
can use them at will to, well, that's adorable.
that's even worse, though.
Alright, so we got Magic Staircase probably happening.
Definitely. So we'll go back down and check this lower right room. So yeah, Ganon at the very front of this level, but everything else in this level is sort of blocked behind a staircase somewhere. So it's a matter of finding that staircase. If we don't, then we definitely have a reason to yell at Fred.
I mean, I'm okay with getting a Fred for that.
I want to say that I already checked this one, but I will clear it again just in case. Now, another funny thing about Lammolas there is Moldorms are actually flagged as bosses. So once you clear them out once, you will never have to fight them again. Lammolas are not that case. Lammolas will respawn after you pass through the room one additional time after fighting them. So I passed through that room twice, so if I would pass through it again, the Lammolas will be back there.
Yeah, the Lammolas just don't care anymore.
Could this be... Okay, here's my staircase.
Progress.
Some likes for your morning
Yeah, get your
breakfast. Okay, so we know that Zelda will not be in the room to the south there because there was a double shutter. So I'll just keep continuing. Ooh, that dig dogger. Could be necessary.
Yeah, now my question for you is, you know Zelda can't be there, but would you stick your head in there to look for a staircase?
If I didn't have any other progression, definitely. But the fact that I have... Apparently I was on the last hit of that half heart.
Oh! Death by Geese.
Yes. But I'll peek in if I don't have any other options, but there were several other ways that I could go, so. Alright, so we know where to go at least now, so that's always a good thing. Machine gun these ropes again. So as I said before, I will typically always just want to continue north. I'm not going to spend the resource there. I'll just come through and clear this out. That dig dogger would really bother me, and probably be the first staircase that I try to go to.
Yeah, that dig dogger is definitely the one that's got my attention at the moment.
Okay, so I am going to take a peek over here through this door to the left, just to try to clear out these final 2 rooms, maybe. Okay, I can peek up here. Okay, so that tells me that that way is at least clear, Zelda. Now, you can possibly enter from the right, but...
Yeah, it's all about reducing the number of rooms that you actually have to check.
Correct.
So.
Do we need another... Oh, okay. I was going to say, do we need another magic staircase somewhere? Thanks, Zelda. Yep, let's go back to the staircase.
And there's Zelda's room right there.
That is why I typically go from the south for everything. Just because if she's in that room, there's only one way you're getting in there, so... Alright.
Last time we saw Ganon's room in 9 too, so...
Yes.
Always fun when they're in their vanilla dungeon.
Vanilla dungeon, but neither the kidnapped nor the beast were in their respective rooms. But where is that shutter door?
It'll be the last room that we get to.
Probably. Okay, no there. That's an ugly room too, but I don't have to clear that out. Now, I could be clearing out a lot of these rooms, trying to find the compass. No, I don't want the recorder.
I mean, let's be honest, the compass is in Zelda's room.
That is very possible. We have seen it happen many times.
So the other question I have, because I'll be honest, I haven't seen the whole thing, the whole seed. Have we seen the bait block yet?
No, we have not.
Oh, this is a room.
Yeah. And Crim did not survive that.
No, that was not the best wizard room we've ever seen. Not the worst, not the best.
I should have brought some Pepsi with me, or some Coke.
I need some Coke. I need a Diet Coke this morning. Not sponsored by Coke Gaming.
I could have probably used a monster.
That would be good too.
Yeah, we're gonna avoid that blue wizard room if we can, though.
Yeah, I think at this point, I don't hate killing that dig dogger and seeing...
No. The dig dogger will actually be fairly easy to take out anyway, so... We'll see where that leads. Because it's looking like the northeast, or northwest is where Zelda's going to be.
Absolutely.
And Nora, while I'm finishing up here, do you want to remind everyone what we're going to be seeing next?
What are we going to be seeing next? Because I actually have to look.
Oh, you don't have the schedule? I think it's Pac-Man World, or...
Let me take a quick look. I'll remind everyone what we're here for, though. We are here for No Kid Hungry.
Alright, So here is what... Oh, no. Is the book. Dig Dogger was regarding the book.
The Dig Dogger wanted you to play him some music and then read some literature to him. But yeah, we'll be watching Pac-Land, the whole dang game, by Flannel Cat.
Yes, and I do remember that is an arcade game.
It is.
Oh, hey, there's our compass. Should have killed those Moldorms. So we got our compass now. Now we know where to go.
Yeah, now we know. And yeah, I don't think the wizard room's in our way. I don't think.
No, we can head this way. Well, it might be. If I can't bomb here, I can bomb here. Okay, we're in the clear.
We say that.
Yeah. It could have definitely been left or right entrance only, but there we go.
There is the door that opens, and inside will be Zelda waiting for our Onion Knight to rescue her.
Okay. She's thanking Link, but it's actually the Onion Knight. But, thank you everyone for hanging out with this impromptu run. As we said, unfortunately we did have a little bit of difficulty outside the runner's hands, but we were able to get in some Zelda 1 randomizer. I will do a shameless plug here saying, you know, keep an eye on all the SpeedGaming channels because we do have the Zelda 1 randomizer tournament going on right now. Flag's very similar to this.
In fact, we might have 1 or 2 races on SpeedGaming tonight.
Oh,
or
yes.
This afternoon.
Yep. Today, tomorrow, we got a lot of races.
Tomorrow we have a bunch.
So, thank you everyone for stopping by. Remember, !NKH in chat will get you the link to No Kid Hungry for the donation and everything else, or you can go to speedgaming.org/NoKidHungry. It will give you all the incentives and the prizes, as well as more information about our charity. If you do have incentives that you want to go towards, remember to put those in the comments and we will get to those. That will be it for me now in terms of running, but we are going to go ahead and get ready for our next runner, which is going to be Flannel Cat. Thanks again, everyone.